Fast Fiver.
Welcome to Fast Fiver. Big B here with ya. Hope you're doing well out there, fight fans. In this episode, we're going to have a look at the top 5 scraps that I'm personally looking forward to coming up here in January. There's a lot of stellar matchups here coming up in January, both in and outside the octagon. So pitter patter, let's get at her. Here's my top 5 scraps to look for coming up in January. Coming in at the number 5 position, I've got Charles Johnson versus Carlos Mota. This is the flyweight championship bout, and it's going down at LFA 122. That's happening Friday, January 21st. Charles Johnson, 10 wins, 2 losses in his pro career, versus the undefeated Carlos Mota, who is 6-0. So we have Charles Johnson. He's on a 3-fight win streak. Never been finished as a pro in 12 fights. That's fucking impressive right there itself. 12 pro MMA bouts and you've never been submitted or knocked out. That's something to be proud of. He's extremely well-rounded with 3 KOs, 4 submission, and 3 decision victories. The other half of the main event at LFA 122, we have Carlos Mota. As mentioned, undefeated at 6-0. He's actually undefeated in 9 straight when you include his amateur bouts. Absolutely incredible. He's got fantastic stamina with wicked speed. He also has power in his hands, and he can finish the fight at any fucking time. Carlos is an absolute beast, and if you don't follow him on social media, I highly recommend it because he's constantly pumping out videos showing how hard he's working to try and reach the pinnacle of this game. This scrap should be complete fire, and you're not going to want to miss it. Once again, that's the main event at LFA 122, going down Friday, January 21st. Charles Johnson taking on Carlos Mota. Sliding their way into the number 4 position here, I have Ryan Bader versus Valentin Moldovsky. Now, Bader's 28-7 in his pro career. Moldovsky's an impressive 11-1. This is the heavyweight championship belt going down at Bellator 273. That's happening Saturday, January 29th. Now, most people in the MMA world are familiar with Ryan Bader's name. He's coming off an up-and-down run at light heavyweight in Bellator. The lighter division appears to be behind him, for now at least, as he focuses on regaining that heavyweight strap. Now, Ryan holds 12 knockouts, 5 submissions, and an absolute mind-blowing 14 wins via decision. That's a lot of cage time, and along with a lot of cage time comes a lot of knowledge. Challenging Bader is the current interim champ, Valentin Moldovsky. Now, Valentin beat Tim Johnson to win the belt in less than a fan-friendly fight. And that was back at Bellator 261. The champ hasn't lost a fight since signing with Bellator, as he's riding a 6-fight win streak. This is one of those fights that's going to be absolute fucking gold, or it's going to be a snoozer. I'm hoping it's absolute fucking gold. In at number 3, I've got Calvin Kattar versus Giga. Now, this is going down at UFC Vegas 46 on Saturday, January 15th. We have Calvin at 22 wins, 5 losses in his pro career. Giga sitting at 14 wins with only 2 losses. Now, what makes this match so interesting to me is it's the number 5 versus the number 8 in the featherweight division. Calvin's coming off a tough loss against Max Holloway. Now, that was nearly a year ago already. He's been on a streak of win a couple, lose one. Win a couple, lose one. That's been his streak as of late. But you know what? A quick look at Calvin's resume, and you can clearly see he's had no easy opponents since signing with the UFC in 2017. Chikadze is no stranger to violence himself. Now, he's riding a ridiculous 9-fight win streak. Giga last fought Edson Barboza, where he finished his opponent in the third round. This is a huge test for Chikadze. Will he break into the top 5? We're going to find out Saturday, January 15th. Both men have KO power, and this could be over in a flash. In at number 2 now, I have Brandon Moreno versus Valentin Figuero. This is the flyweight championship going down at UFC 270, Saturday, January 22nd. Now we have 2 of the best flyweights in the world going to war for the 3rd time to determine the greatest at 125 pounds. Brandon Moreno, champion, sitting at 19 wins, 5 losses, 2 draws. We got Figueiredo, 20 wins, only 2 losses, and 1 draw. Moreno took the belt from Figueiredo the last outing, and that was at UFC 263. Now the victory not only earned him the belt, but it also stretched his winning streak to 6. Moreno is an absolute stud on the ground that loves his chokes. Of 19 wins, Brandon has an impressive 11 submission victories. Figueiredo was undefeated in 6 fights until he got choked out by the Lego man himself in their last outing. Of course, as mentioned, that was UFC 263. Now, that being said, Valentin is a proven finisher with 9 knockouts and 8 submission victories. These 2 are very evenly matched. The trilogy fight between them promises to be fireworks. Of course, assuming both fighters have no issues making weight. Number 1 now here, the number 1 fight, the must-see in January. It's probably not a surprise to many. I've got Francis Nugano versus Ciryl Gane, the heavyweight championship bout going down at UFC 271, January 22nd. Now this fight is huge in every way possible. It doesn't seem to matter really who's fighting who. The world pays attention when the heavyweight strap is on the line. So we got Francis Ngannou sitting 16 wins, 3 losses in his pro career. Now, Francis, of course, he's one of the most feared fighters in the sport right now, and for good reason. Ngannou has one mission, and it's to remove your head from your body. It's pretty simple. Now, he's won 6 in a row, all against the world's toughest fighters. Francis wants to get in, finish you, get out. Like I said, it's a simple plan that works for somebody with his kind of power. Now, Gane's obviously on a superhuman tear of his own as he's dispatched 10 opponents in a row. Yeah, he's sitting undefeated, 10 wins, 0 losses. Now, being undefeated at 10-0 is impressive enough, but you add in the fact that 7 of those fights were against tough talent in the UFC, and you have a superstar. Ciryl is definitely the more well-rounded fighter in this one, as he holds 4 wins via KO, 3 from submission, and 3 decision victories. The dude can seemingly do it all, but can he avoid the sledgehammer hooks from Ngannou? That's the question here, and that's always the question when somebody faces Francis. This is such a good fight. I can't fucking wait. UFC 271, Saturday, January 22nd. The number 1 fight you can't miss this January in 2022. Thanks a lot for joining me. Hope you enjoyed my Fast Fiver list of must-see fights for this January. Be looking forward to February and in the coming months because the fight announcements, you know what, they're getting crazy, and it's going to get harder and harder to whittle it down to just watching 5 fucking fights. Of course I'm going to watch them all. I love them all, and I know you do too. Till next time, everybody, take care and peace.